Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. Video number 2 of the day. This is why you subscribe, hit that big red button, because we have some breaking news surrounding the New York Giants. When news or rumors come out, we get you guys a video, no matter if it's video 1, 2, or 3 of the day. That's why you hit that big red button. If you haven't yet, do so right now. We're trying to get to 17,000 subs. We're doing it for Plaxico Burress. We do have some news. Jordan Renaud tweeted out the Giants signed wide receiver Marcus Johnson to the active roster. He played the last 2 games for the New York Giants. He was on the practice squad. He was a practice squad elevation, but you can only do that 3 times before you have to add someone to the roster. Everyone's been talking about the Giants need a wide receiver. Maybe it's Marcus Johnson. We'll get to those stats in a second. They also added veteran tackle Corey Cunningham and tight end Lawrence Cager to the practice squad and released tight end Austin Allen, the UDFA, from the practice squad. Corey Cunningham spent some time with the Giants earlier in the offseason. Lawrence Cager, he's a new name to the team. They're both on the practice squad. If there's some injuries, maybe they will get called up. But let's focus in on Marcus Johnson, the reason for today's video. He's had some big plays so far for the Giants. Go back to the first down of the game versus the Baltimore Ravens. It was about 3rd and 8. Giants call a screen pass. They get it to Johnson. He breaks a tackle and then lunges forward for a first down to keep that drive going. He did drop that touchdown later in the game. Would have been a great catch, but that's a catch you got to make. Shout out to Marcus, a guy that was on the practice squad, found his way to get on the active roster, and then when he was called up in 2 games in limited action, I know they're not beautiful numbers, but 5 receptions for 60 yards, 12 yards a pop. If he caught that touchdown, it'd be a little bit higher. I like Johnson overall, and he's produced a little bit in a couple of stops in the NFL. Spent some time with the Titans, spent some time with the Eagles. Now he is with the New York Giants. Has just 5 catches for 60 yards like we talked about. But go back to the 2019 season. Had two touchdowns for 277. He is not going to be the ultimate answer. He's not going to be the savior. But this is a guy that's going to produce, and we've seen that so far through 2 games. Now the wide receiver core looks like this. Kenny Golladay, we know he's hurt. Sterling Shepard, we know he's hurt. Of course, we know that Kadarius Toney not only has 1 hurt hamstring, he has 2 hurt hamstrings. Wan'Dale Robinson came back from injury, made some impactful plays, picked up a big 3rd and long, also had that touchdown. Then you got guys like Richie James, David Sills, Darius Slayton, and now Marcus Johnson added to this wide receiver core. I think this is a funny question, and I think it's a good one. Who is the best wide receiver on this Giants roster? We'll show you the stats in a second. They're not pretty. I'll ask you, who's the best wide receiver on this roster? In my opinion, it's already Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, if Kadarius Toney could ever get his stuff together, we'll talk about Toney because the trade rumors are heating up. I'll go Wan'Dale, but I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Let's take a look at the Giants' top receivers through week 6. I mean, guys, the fact that this team has 5 wins and their leading receiver is Richie James, who has 19 catches for less than 200 yards. Kind of had his workload cut back the past couple of weeks. He's dealing with an injury. Hopefully he can get back healthy. He was productive. David Sills, he's just not an NFL wide receiver. I came to that conclusion after watching a couple of games. 2 times he caught the ball in front of the first down marker and then ran backwards. St. West Virginia, homie, I don't know what you're doing. Darius Slayton, he's made some impactful plays, was glued to the bench weeks 1 through 4, but weeks 5 and 6 he got an opportunity. Looked really good against Green Bay. Didn't play that much last week, had that 1 grab, but it was 1 catch for 18 yards and a first down. And Marcus Johnson, the elevated guy from the practice squad, is 4th in catches with 5 and 60 yards. Hey, another place to find out about the latest Giants news and rumors is over on my Twitter. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_. I'm trying to get to 2,200 followers. I'm about 50 followers away. So I want to do this. Everybody that follows me from today's video, I'll give you a follow back. Just mention me or send me a DM being like, yo, Marsh, came from the Marcus Johnson video, and I'll give you a follow back. In a second here, we're going to talk about Kadarius Toney because the media world is doing what the media world does. The Kadarius Toney trade rumors are heating up from ESPN, from Bleacher Report, Fox Sports. Colin Cowherd said he thinks the Giants are going to trade Kadarius Toney. We're going to break all that down in a second, but let's sub for Giants dubs. If you want to beat If you want to go 6-1, if you want to win this Sunday, if you want to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, subscribe right now. Sub for Giants Dubs. If we get like 100 subs on this video, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to beat the Jaguars. If you want to win, you want to go 6-1, and you also want daily videos on the latest Giants news and rumors, no matter where we are, no matter where we're at, breaking news, we get you guys a video. Go down right now and hit that big red button. Oh, Kadarius. Oh, Kadarius. You guys know how highly I think of Kadarius Toney as the athlete. I just don't know what I think about him as a football player. Bleacher Report says several teams are eyeing Kadarius Toney as we get closer and closer to the NFL trade deadline on November 1st. And ESPN's Jeremy Fowler says he wouldn't be surprised if a trade happens. Kadarius Toney has been out since week 2. Had that hamstring injury, missed a couple of games, started to practice. He was going to play, and then he hurt his other hamstring. I understand that, you only can control what you can control as a wide receiver, as a football player. Injuries, they suck. You can't really control them. But look, guys, he's played in 12 games in his Giants career. He's been on the team for 23 games. He's missed almost 50% of the games. I think he's talented. I know he's talented. He has game-changing ability. Go back to that game last year against the Dallas Cowboys when he had 190 receiving yards with Mike Glennon throwing him the rock. He can be great. He can be dynamic. But notice the words I'm saying. He can, or what if, or he might. Those words don't matter. It matters what you have done. And so far through his career with the New York Giants, he hasn't done it. 41 catches, 420 yards, 29 rushing yards. We know he's a dynamic athlete. I believe that he still has the ability to change this offense. I mean, look how much better this offense looked when Wan'Dale Robinson was at it. Kadarius Toney is Wan'Dale Robinson on steroids. Just not in the hamstrings because he's not playing, and that's where he's hurt. We know Toney's athletic. We know he's dynamic. We know he's electric. He's a generator with the football. This is a guy that can create plays. But you got to be healthy to make plays. It's frustrating, no doubt about it, because every week I feel like he could change the dynamic of this offense, but he stays glued to the injury report. I don't want to judge him and say he's a bust because he can't play, but he's going down the path of being a bust for the New York Giants. I want to ask everybody this question because I know a lot of people on this show love Kadarius Toney, and I love him for the talent and the player that he can be. Can. That's the word we keep on using, though. Will he ever be that? I don't know. I really hope it is with the New York Giants. Would not be surprised if the Giants trade him. I don't know what team would trade for him, though. I'll ask you, though. The real ones, let me know. Are you done with Kadarius Toney? Are you over it? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Look, video number 2 of the day. News came out. We got you guys a video. I was live doing a Yankees watch party, and producer Patrick Seatman, shout out to him. He said, yo, Giants made a move. I'm going to get you a video ready to go. Shout out to Pat. Got you guys a video. That's why you subscribe. Hit that big red button. Help us get to 17,000 subs for Plaxico Burst. And if you made it this far, a video number 2 of the day, I want you to type real one in the comment section right now.